MIZKIF's response video didn't stop with his claims about Emiru. He also addressed what he says happened behind the scenes with other creators, specifically Fuslie and QTcinderella. According to MIZKIF, before the allegations became public, he and Fuslie were on good terms. He claims she had even invited him to move into her apartment building in Los Angeles, and the two were regularly communicating. However, MIZKIF says everything changed after Fuslie had a private conversation with QTcinderella.
Problems, our issues, we would play games together. I was hanging out with her on stream constantly for about 3 or 4 years straight. And whenever we had an issue, we'd call each other. Whenever I was in LA, she was the first person I'd call. Fuslie, whose real name is Leslie, I met her 4 years ago when I went on a girl named Katamia's stream for her subathon. And it turned into some of the most fun I ever had streaming. We became close fast. We played games together all the time. We talked constantly about content, our lives, our relationships, and sponsors. When I was anywhere near LA, she was the first person I called. And just 2 months before my relationship ended, she wanted me to move into her own building in LA. Right there with her, November 2024 text will show that the unit under Valkyrae's is available and come to LA whenever. I'll love it here. That is the friendship this next part is going to show you that I had. I was very close to all of these people in LA, just like I was to everyone in Austin. But I wanted to move to LA, and I knew I wanted to break up with Emiru. This next part that I'm going to show will show you what has happened to my reputation ever since Emiru's accusations. On June 18th, 2025, after texting me how excited that she was for me to come over, Fuslie came to my house to hang out. She cut my hair, and I streamed it. The very next day, June 19th, is when QTcinderella sent the message shown before you that Fuslie had gone to QT asking what she thought about me, and QT told her her feelings and then told her to reach out to Emiru. QT is a dumbass and sent that message to an account that she thought was Emiru, but it wasn't. It was MEOK, who then gave it to me after Emiru made her allegations, showing you that people were my friends prior, but then once they heard Emiru's allegations, completely stopped talking to me. That is a 24-hour window between Fuslie sitting in my house and excited to be there, and QT privately briefing her on what it is and how to think about me. After the one private conversation, Fuslie stopped talking to me entirely. That friend who wanted to be there on day one of me moving to LA, that friend that wanted me to live in her apartment complex under her friend Valkyrae, was gone because she was told what to say and how to think about me. That friend who was at my house one day, who wanted me to live with her at one point, was now gone because of what she was told in a private message she was never supposed to have.
Supporters argued the messages added more context to MIZKIF's timeline, saying they helped explain why several friendships appeared to end so suddenly. Some posts claimed the evidence suggested conversations were taking place behind the scenes, before the allegations became public. Others weren't convinced. Critics argued MIZKIF was drawing conclusions that weren't necessarily supported by the messages themselves. One common response was that simply because QTcinderella told Fuslie to reach out to Emiru doesn't prove she influenced how Fuslie felt, or instructed her to cut contact. Another popular reaction dismissed the claims altogether, saying friends in the streaming community naturally talk to each other and that reaching out to hear someone's side of a story isn't unusual. Some viewers also felt MIZKIF was reading too much into the timeline, arguing there wasn't enough evidence to conclude that private conversations alone caused Fuslie to ghost him. At the same time, supporters countered that the timing was difficult to ignore, pointing to MIZKIF's messages and saying they believed his account of events made sense. The fallout from MIZKIF's response video is continuing, and now another major creator has entered the conversation. After MIZKIF released his 45-minute video disputing Emiru's allegations and presenting what he says is supporting evidence, YouTuber and streamer Tectone publicly pushed back against several of MIZKIF's arguments in the following clip.
Brother MIZKIF, you yourself admitted to abusing Emiru in your own video. I'm sorry. When you are a near 6 foot tall man and you're dating like a near barely 5 foot tall scrawny Asian woman and you admitted to screaming into her face and punching holes in walls in front of her, yeah, you're nuts. But what you're doing is you're taking this one claim, focusing everything on that, and you're not addressing the other thousands of comments that are coming your way. Things that are absolutely already confirmed by your words, man.
Some agreed with Tectone, arguing that regardless of whether one allegation is disputed, MIZKIF's own admissions about his behaviour shouldn't be ignored. They felt the discussion had become too focused on one claim while overlooking the bigger picture. Others strongly disagreed. Supporters of MIZKIF argued that the allegation he focused on was the most significant because they believe a false allegation of assault can permanently damage someone's reputation and career. One popular response summed up that view by saying that claim is the one thing that can ruin a man's life, arguing the other admitted behaviour, while still serious, is separate from that issue.